In the chaos, Faris asked Blackjack to control his men. But Blackjack ignored him. Faris stood at the church door, blocking the knives thrown by Blackjack's men. Their goal changed from hurting Faris to killing him. But just as the said attacker was about to throw his knife, something surprising happened. The women of the town gathered above. Suddenly lightning struck one of Blackjack's men, killing him. Seeing this, Blackjack and his men were shocked into silence. After everyone left the native American gatekeeper came, and he took the dead man's body to a mysterious gate outside the town at night. Sunny saw Rose praying. He eventually fell asleep, but was awakened by the sound of a horse-drawn carriage. The townspeople came out of the church to welcome a new arrival, Dali. Sunny was shocked because Ray remembered Dali had died. Before leaving, the coachman gave a white rose to Forrest, and decided Forrest could return home in a few days. Confused, Sunny tried to follow the carriage but lost it. The next day, Sunny went to Forrest and Dali, insisting that Dali had died in his arms in Sweetwater. Dali said her name was Afi and he denied his claim. Frustrated, Sunny planned to follow Woods and call out to him. Woods reacted suddenly, as if he were about to pull a gun. Sunny thought this confirmed that Woods was Dead Holiday, a famous gunslinger who died of tuberculosis in 1887, but Woods denied it, saying his reaction was normal for anyone surprised. Sunny wondered if the town was a hiding place for famous outlaws. Thought he be dead. He believed Glenn was Billy the Kid, a notorious gunman supposedly killed in 1881. Woods then asked Sunny about Rose's true identity, leaving Sunny without an answer. Sunny questioned why they let Blackjack into the town when they could have defeated him. Sunny accidentally revealed Blackjack's real name, reminding Woods of a famous train robber. Sunny begged Woods not to tell anyone. Woods warned Sunny to make the right choices before it cost him his life. Sunny went to Lamb's farm and he confronted him, accusing him of being Lefty Slade, a famous gunslinger and a criminal, thought to have died from multiple gunshot wounds. Lamb denied it, but Sunny quickly checked his left wrist, and he found a gunshot scar. Lefty Slade then admitted his true identity. Before Sunny could ask more questions, chaos erupted as two of Blackjack's men destroyed Lefty Slade's garden. Angry, Lefty Slade fought back and killed one of them. Overwhelmed with regret, he screamed and cried. The townspeople gathered around Lefty Slade, who said his 8 years in the town were wasted. They noticed a gatekeeper waiting in the distance. Lefty Slade, feeling helpless, walked with the gatekeeper and entered a misty gate. The gatekeeper returned alone, leaving Sunny confused. Meanwhile, in the town, Blackjack's men continued causing trouble. Faris, calling Blackjack by his real name, told them to leave Blackjack. Angry, tried to attack but couldn't hit the sheriff. Faris had a chance to catch Blackjack but hesitated, allowing Blackjack to take control. Suddenly an earthquake shook the town, interrupting everything. Thinking about how his men had died trying to kill Faris, Blackjack lost confidence, and he gathered his remaining gang. When Sunny arrived, Kevin stopped him. Sunny sneaked in through the back door, and he overheard their plans to up and kill anyone in their way. Kevin also revealed that he had Rose under his control. Hearing this, Sunny quickly searched for Rose, and he found her swimming in the lake. After Rose got dressed, Sunny saw a bruise on her neck, similar to Lefty Slade's scar. He realized this was how Rose had died. Rose admitted she was the first woman hanged in the Arizona area. Sunny then realized Rose was Betty McCalla, who had killed her abusive father with a butcher knife. Rose explained that people forgot the years of abuse She suffered from head since she was 12. Rose's confession made Sunny understand that the town was a sanctuary for dead criminals, giving them a second chance at life. However, Rose said this was their final chance. Sunny told Rose about Blackjack and Kevin's evil plans. Rose reassured him, saying the town had faced things worse than death. However, Rose agreed to reveal the truth to Forrest and the townspeople that night. Sunny joined the townsfolk gathered at the church. He learned that the town was a place for dead criminals to seek redemption and cleanse their souls. Each person had to resist the temptations, if their past lives for 10 years, to earn a place in heaven. One mistake could ruin their chances of redemption. Forever hearing they didn't want to fight. Sunny felt disappointed and decided to leave. Unfortunately, Blackjack and Kevin intercepted him and beat him up. The townspeople saw the fight but stayed silent, not wanting to risk their own chances of salvation. After knocking Sunny unconscious, the two bandits took him to Wood's office for treatment. When Sunny woke up, he thought he was dead, but Rose assured him he was still alive. Forrest apologized for not being able to help Sunny. Sunny understood their difficult situation and decided he was willing to face Blackjack's men alone to protect the townspeople. The next morning, despite being weak, Sunny prepared to confront Blackjack's group. Rose and the others begged Sunny to run away, but he stood firm. The church bells rang, calling the townspeople to worship. As Deli pulled Rose towards the church, Sunny declared his love, seeing Sunny's determination. Forrest decided to stand with him. Forrest realized he had been selfish for 10 years, but Sunny inspired him to fight for others. Woods reminded Forrest he only had 5 hours left to ascend to heaven. Forrest, unfazed, discarded his rose, and he armed himself with a hidden weapon. Glenn and Brooks followed, knowing their actions would lead to damnation. Sunny was moved by the presence of Billy the Kid, Wild Bill Hickok and Jesse James standing beside him. Meanwhile, Blackjack ordered his men to set fire to homes. Wild Bill Hickok and his companions confronted Blackjack, giving him a final chance to leave. Overconfident Kevin tried to attack, but Wild Bill Hickok, with his quick draw, astonished the bandits. One of Blackjack's men tried a surprise attack from behind, but that Holiday, who had joined their cause, shut him down. The battle between the bandits and the legendary cowboys was intense. After a fierce fight, the legendary cowboys defeated most of Blackjack's men. In the silence that followed, Rose ran into Sunny's arms. Kevin, seeing this, shot Sunny, though Sunny managed to shoot his uncle in the chest. He didn't die from his wounds and surprisingly felt no more pain at all at that moment. Forrest realized that Sunny had been given a second chance, and he warmly welcomed him into their town. However, their relief was brief as Blackjack appeared, calling out Forrest's real name and challenging him to a duel. Forrest quickly responded, attacking first. Surprisingly, Blackjack seemed not to feel any pain, making him think he had become one of them. Not willing to accept Blackjack into their town, Forrest aimed carefully and shot him in the head. Soon after, the gatekeeper arrived to take the bodies of Blackjack and Kevin. Passing through the misty gate, the gatekeeper brought them to the edge of a fiery lava ravine with a grim fate awaiting them. Kevin and Blackjack cried out in pain as they were consumed by the flames. At the gate, Glenn, Forrest, Brooks and Woods prepared to face the consequences of their actions. Just as they braced themselves, a horse-drawn carriage arrived. The driver smiled and invited the four men to enter, explaining that the Creator was all-powerful, but not blind. Their sacrifices had earned them a place in heaven.